get started. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Guys, let's look big picture at Colorado. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that, there he goes. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that. He gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Last completion move the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. He'll pull it on the read. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Lewis wants to pass. Under fire. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big game. He does it again. He's got the knack of just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
Great job on the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Back to pass on second down. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
What an exciting way to start this season. This offense had a plan. They knew who they wanted to be, but you had to come out and execute it, and that was a beautiful first drive, creating some momentum, not only for this offense, but for this squad to start the season.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice, just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Offense in a bunch formation. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Harris. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
He has the first and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Wow, how about the stop-start speed? That reminds you of Napoleon Kaufman or Bishop Sankey, Myles Gaskin, great Washington Husky running backs of years past that just made defenders look silly because of that stop-start ability. This dude has some wheels.
Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down. New set of downs after the completion.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result...
Got some room in under the goal line. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Huskies. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Complete to start this drive. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12 and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska once upon a time being in the Big 12, now Big Ten, too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas, too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players, they're familiar with each other from high school.
Yeah, and I tell you, from experience, you hate that. Like, you get to know each other, you go to the other school, like, you're now my enemy. You're not my friend anymore. So a chance to prove it, a chance for the Big 12, who's been kind of pillaged and pulled apart at times, sometimes by the Big 10. It's got to make a statement today.
They'll move the tight end. Off play action on first down. Quarterback extends the play.
Oh, you got to be kidding.
Rare misread and mistake from this quarterback. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They evened things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out in a chance. Oh, he's got some space. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Quarterback empties his backfield. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got an open man. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Looking to fire. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Washington! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
All right, man, that was a nice job by the tight end, finding the soft spot in the defense in the end zone on that TD.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Colorado. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
And because of the success that this quarterback has had early in this game running the football, if I'm the coordinator calling plays, I'm dialing up his number more. Design runs, and also telling him on the sidelines, hey, listen, remember, if it's not open, take off. Just go get it yourself. They don't have an answer for you right now, and this is a big key for us to win this game.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Starting to feel a little pressure. He's sacked. Trying to get away, but the defense tracked him down.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back. You get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
He's got him. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beating. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
Lewis to throw. Here's a heat. And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we play one quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. The Buffaloes will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. They boot it away on 4th down. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice block.
Turning it on! And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
Now rolling to the left. Grab near the sticks. It's Harris. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
Got it in the middle, it's Cherry. He's brought down the wide away for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And he waltzes into the score. Touchdown, Huskies.
Blue contained.
Nice drive, nice touchdown. I love this offense's response to what happened a week ago. Listen, we're 0-1, so be it. Let's put the foot on the gas. Let's move forward, get better, and they have in game 2 so far.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Ole Miss looks like an old punching bag out there today, and any way you slice it, this fan base, heck, this coaching staff just didn't expect that. They're trailing by 14 to Clemson. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Holding on the offense, accepted, so let's back up and go at it again. Lewis wants to pass. Bringing the heat. He'll blow it down. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one. Now on 2nd down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Finds a man by himself. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. And the Buffaloes in the hurry up.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
Looks as if we have an injury
Shit.
on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of work to do here
Oh,
on second and long.
ball sack.
Wants to go up top. He's moving out of the pocket. Breaks into the open. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
Well, it's a great individual effort by him, but boy, oh boy, it came at a cost. He was able to go out and get some positive yards and make something happen for his offense, but did you see the hit he just took? I don't know if he can take too many more of those.
Got the quick pass. Headed to the end zone, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Buffaloes! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to
Man up,
execution,
baby.
Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense. Got it in the middle, it's Cottons.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Caught behind the line. It's Harris. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Huskies with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They just keep firing. Catch in the middle, it's Harris. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Pocket breaking down. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Huskies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Snagged in the middle. It's Harris. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps. They're not subbing out as much. By the fourth quarter, they're going to be gassed.
Trying to make... There he goes! Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal.
Well, we know the game of college football is always evolving and changing, and one of the biggest reasons why is the quarterback evolution. Dual-threat quarterbacks. You're seeing two great examples in this game so far. Both guys can hurt you throwing it. Both guys can hurt you running it. It's been the running attack for both of these guys that's been the big story so far.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Touchdown, Washington! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Lewis to throw. Finds a man on the left. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball you could throw that whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs on it.
Wants to throw on first down.
Oh, what a fucking ass.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Recovers a fumble and he's still going.
I gotta tell you, man, I'm impressed. Not with the throw, not with the decision, but how the offense flew around after the interception, getting to the ball, David, and creating that fumble.
And I think the QB breathing a big sigh of relief. You thought you made a game-changing pick, but how about flying to the football, like you said, making the tackle, getting the football out, recovering it, and, you know, getting a first down. That's how you do it.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And the Buffaloes will call on their punt team. This will be his second time. They snapped it to the up man. He's on the run. And the gamble works in their favor this time as they pick up the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll send out the kicker here. Lined up for the 3, and it's a fake. They want to throw it. And it works. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Buffaloes will line up to kick off and start the second half.
Well, we'll throw it all out there.
On the move from inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect it. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Got it behind the line. It's Harris. He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll. The Huskies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Grab near the marker. It's Cherry. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. To the ground with the back. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Down to the 26-yard line where the tackle is made. Pick up a 5 and a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. And
makes the grab, and he will score. Touchdown, Huskies.
What a difference a change of scenery makes, right? I mean, they went into a hostile environment. They lost their first game, but they've rebounded beautifully. And I think coming back, playing in front of their home crowd really has impacted this game, and it's gotten them back to 500.
14. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score. And Jesse probably scored pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
All down, Liddell move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. You just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You got to get lined up.
Tight end finds a soft spot. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
It's so hard to force fumbles.
How we fall.
And when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
Lewis wants to pass. It's complete to the left. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. And the Buffaloes headed quickly to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Intercepted, and they just can't get anything going. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Well, the offense turns it over. And talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production, but listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not.
Oh, he's got some space. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Cherry. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Here comes the offense on second down. Gets the back moving. Gonna swing it on second down. Throws to the back. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Snap from the gun on third down. Moves around to clear up the vision. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
This has been a real fun game to call, guys, because we've got 2 quarterbacks that are getting it done on the ground. Both of these guys have had tremendous success. That time the defense wasn't in position. They weren't able to rally to him early enough, and you kind of get the feeling moving forward, whichever defense figures out the other running quarterback first, that's probably the team that wins.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. On 1st and goal, let's see what Washington does. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Huskies! And they add 6 more to the board with trip to
We
the
got
house.
fucking waxed.
And this offense looking more and more like themselves. This is what we're accustomed to seeing. Last week, more of a blip, right? 0-1 to start the season. Kind of had some bad vibes, some bad mojo. Bounced right back, putting up a ton of points. And this one is all but over. 1-1 is here for this team.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, want to jump in and let you know what's going on in this top 25 showdown. Ole Miss looks like an old punching bag out there today, and any way you slice it, this fan base, heck, this coaching staff just didn't expect that. They're trailing by 27 to Clemson. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Lewis to throw. Oh, they're after him. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Finds his tight end. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. We've reached the break. It's Washington holding the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They'll lead the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down. This offense has it with really good field position. Here's the handoff. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Off play action. Catch in the middle, it's Butler. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone.
These 3rd downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this 3rd down.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. It's incomplete, and the defense makes the stop and gets the football back.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. If backups are on the field, they get an opportunity to run your playbook, so let them do it. At the end of the day, you got to force the opponent to stop. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. I got to be honest, I like it.
And the Buffaloes will hustle to the line.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Lewis wants to pass. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drunk. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here, maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about that didn't go wrong.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
They stopped him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coming. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's picked off for the third time today. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive.
Turning it on! Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
And it's just so fun to be a play caller when you got a QB that can do that. Like, it's a pass play. Nope, he pulls it down, chews up yardage, gets a first down. And both of these quarterbacks, man, they have this ability to make big plays.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The give and tick, 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 tick. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have run plays that are called run-it runs. You leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing, but they just kept the play on. That is an attitude-type run that you can run into any kind of look.
Oh.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Well, obviously this team didn't get the start they wanted to on the year, coming into this one 0-1, but a great job there getting that drive, putting 6 up on the board. They've got a comfortable lead. They wanted to turn the page and start to build momentum. This is a massive win for this program.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead.
Oy vey.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Unloads to the wideout. He's got him wide open. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. This offense always looking for those big explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Leaves it with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Clock is still running and they have to get everybody lined up. Lewis to throw. Fires to the tight end. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. And they still do count it for 6.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game 1. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they'll steal a possession.
That's a great job by the coverage unit on special teams, flying down the
you.
field, not just getting to the ball carrier, but knocking the ball free and creating a massive takeaway. You could argue that's one.
Touchdown, Bucks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch, and listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to, and this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
And the extra point was good. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on first down. He'll throw it. Makes the catch. It's Cherry. Corralled and brought down by the defense. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The give out of the gun. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away.
On to kick it away.
The punt was just an illusion. They snapped to the up-end. He's not going to get there, and they'll turn it over on downs. The fake doesn't work.
Well, they thought they had the look they wanted for a fake punt there, but the defense was just way too alert. Give them credit for getting the stop, and now they set their offense up in great field position.
Lewis wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. From the gun, looking for man. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down low.
Oh, they blocked the extra point. That's a live ball. He can take it back for 2. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays. They get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
He stopped at the 32-yard line, pick up a 5 on the play, and it'll be a first down.
And on second down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. You think passing situations, passing downs. Really good job by the offense, committing to the run game, not abandoning it, not getting yourself in a third down situation where you had to throw the football.
Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible